Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Saturday has arrived for round 5 in the 2023 series of the GTWS Nations Cup on Gran Turismo 7. With a brand new update as part of the May 2023 to have 3 new cars, new features to have an engine swap at the GT Auto, new parts labeled as an ultimate category to be at the tuning shop, and this is how we're about to go enter for today's racetrack for the Group 1 category at Autodromo de Interlagos. Now for the event schedule as a recap from round 4 at Autodromo Lago Maggiore to be on the full course layout for the Group 4 category. Somehow, as I'm about to be entered for having take 2 for the live stream video after finishing from take 1, that it was so very close to be finishing up onto 6th place before drop down onto 8th place. But so much for having my second chance to get entered the join-in session in the lobby because of the lobby glitch that takes a long time to be in progress until it ends up to becoming very impatient. I know how hard it is because I was so very close because it turns out to have a major long halt because of the interruption because my second chance is about to be served and cancelled, so I have no choice but to have take 1 of the last part of the video segment in round 4 is gonna have to take 1 for only main part to be served as an encore nomination pick. 0 points for all of us as Gran Turismo players, and other points to be received as well for any other Gran Turismo players are now being moving on to take the 5th round to be scheduled to be on today is May 27th. After all, because all I have to do is gonna have to move on and keep on racing to continue on for the season. Let's participate, and for tonight's competition is about to be set and good to go for the GT3 and GT2 leagues for having 15 laps for the number of players up to 16, and rolling start is about to be checked and good to go for having 1 required tire change to be labeled in the medium compound racing tires. Especially for the GT1 league, we'll have to take 25 laps around the track to go advanced and endurance for every Group 1 car to be, specifically to be divided into 4 types. Le Mans Hypercar, LMP1, Vision GT Group 1s, and Group C cars are about to get in and get ready to battle to be at Interlagos to see which is the fastest. But speaking of fastest, I might gonna have to go and choose with Porsche to have a 919 Hybrid 2016 with a brand new UDRS Inspotec livery is about to be entered and get set for today's competition for this year's season. Ever since from last year at the 24 Heroes Du Mans Racing Circuit by using with the Toyota GR010 Hybrid was absolutely to have the main part and serve to have a hypercar to go battle out with the faster and strongest LMP1 race car from the 2022 series. But I'm so gonna have to go and join in with Porsche for this season, you guys. Sign me up and get set to be on the BOP regulation is about to be go automatically on the mid-speed trap. So let's find out, enter, participate, and get entered to be in the main lobby for this part of the video segment as I'm about to go down. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos in the later future. Now it is time to get ready to go and start the race. Let's begin. Alright folks, time to go down to business and commence with take 2 underway. But there will be another chance if I have to go much more hard working to do this for having a main part of the content video before coming up on next Wednesday for having the 6th round and the end of May on the 31st. So looks like we're almost there to have a main closer focusing to be on the Manufacturers Cup in June. But I can feel it because everything is gonna have to go smooth sailing as I'm about to be prepping up and go shape up after having a 1 part of the exercise training session before getting back on the track. So let's get down to do some workout, and here we have the track layout in Interlagos to have the main best part of the racing objective to go between for having a main part segment. 1 choices is now going to be served for only 1 pit stop available by using the racing soft tires, and for the other, go endurance by using with the medium compound racing tires to be served as a 0 stop. So down the hill to be cleared on turn 1 and 2 at the center S, Koopa du Sol is now being passed on turn number 3. Go straight away to be on the Rita Oposa before coming in onto the Skita del Lago on turn 4 and 5. But be careful, use the apex while you can and follow the line and stay on the main track to go clean racing for the Group 1 category. Here comes turn 6 and 7, just gonna have to keep it up and go for the first hairpin to be entered on turn number 8. Here comes turn 9. Just take the pin. Hirohino is now going enter to have the inside of the apex before taking on in the Pico de Pato in turn 10 at hairpin number 3. 20 seconds left. Gonna have to keep working hard. And here comes Hilo in turn 11 before stopping at sector 3. John Kwao in turn 12. Made that good straightaway to be on the main curve onto turn 13 to have the best serve. And go forward to be on the inside onto turn 14 and then the final turn in number 15. So there you go. Looks like quick demonstration. Just gonna have to make sure to have the main apexes at the find your line and just gonna have to stay focusing while you can to have the best part of the racing objective. So here they are right now. Everyone is about to be joining session for having a best recommend Group 1 car in the LMP1 category. Few of them is now using for the Porsche 919 Hybrid, and also to have less other players to be currently using for the Toyota TS050 Hybrid 2016 model. Alright, very good. Just to have quick preparation and go for the soft racing. One last check for the inspection and go by the options. Still got enough space available. Just give me one moment. Storage available. Just gonna have to make sure if I have to do it more speaking up correctly because I still get a lot of nervous and having much more severe thought of phobia. Just give me one moment and take some time for a while. Okay, 93.5% on available spaces is still yet to be opened. Alright, so it looks like the gang's all here, including oil pressure, is now ready up and go. Time to pit out. 10 seconds as the warm-up ends before go for the 5-minute qualifying session to go for having a 4-lap practice to go faster and be more quicker to be much more tight strategy to go in. But I can't wait to do it because ever since I just went down to do some warm-up session from take 1 to be finishing up in 5th place, but now I'll have to go again and go for take 2 for today's live stream video if I have to do it correctly, and just gonna have to stay focused to be on racing rather than having too much distraction because of my speech is having a poor effort out there because, well yeah, I still have a poor speech according to my own condition because I'm still being nervous as well because of all this abusive thoughts just keeps coming around me. There's nothing else that just won't go away. But Gran Turismo is the only racing game that really cares for me for giving me a best time to heal. So here I go. Pit exit. And go exit for having a main direction to go in and fast out and stopping at turn number 4. Gonna have to do it because I have to be brave and go clean racing to be as a Group 1 competitive racer. But it takes almost an hour to build this UDRS Inspirtech livery on the Porsche 919 Hybrid that has a very good best capability ever since from the 2022 series for every GT players, specifically to be racing at the 24 Heroes Du Mans racing circuit. But still a lot of good effort out there to be currently driving with the GR010 Hybrid because it is a very good best hypercar ever since from the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup back from last year. But this year, all we have to do is gonna have to be patient and wait on standby before in the month of June on Sunday. So let's go enter in lap number 2, pack it up, and go for the center S on turn 1 to go down on turn 2. Very good, excellent, decent style of performance. Brake balance is gonna have to go check and set to be on -1. That's the spirit. Keep a good blind corner on the Discada del Lago. Turn 6 and 7 incoming. Steady up and go for turn 8 at the first hairpin. Practice well, and then it'll have to do it right to go for the moderation without losing amount of grip by preventing a spin out. Here comes sector 3. Keep going. Driver rating is still gonna have to take a time and go for having a top position to get back for having a medium compound racing tires to go endurance. Looks like Archer took the lap time to go faster, and looks like Csaurus BBR has now actually did, and here I am in the pole position in the #1 spot. Alright. Looks like time to go and focusing on the 4th lap to go overtime if I had to go well defended to stay in the first position by having a main part of the endurance. Here's my best lap time, folks. 1 minute 20.516 seconds during the 5th round in the qualifying session in the Nations Cup. Now all I have to do is gonna have to stay on going to be on the main defense and keep it up and go. Fantastic turn, and looks like one contact. Oh, so very close. Someone else just put a hit on me. Looks like the rear just took a hit. Hazard lights on, and keep a good watchful eye on the other racers if they try to catch up to beat my lap time. Now for the final sector in number 3. Okay, looks like Chong is actually took an accidental hit onto my rear. Gonna have to be sure to be extra careful for the next lap. Rear bumper damage is now being restored. 0.062 seconds. Come on, gonna have to keep it up more. My main pole position is counting on me if I have to do it right. Bummer. Just no time that I just really don't want to get into this kind of a mental trauma that I just don't want to get into. All I have to do is gonna have to focusing on the race. Okay, time's up. Looks like my best time is about to go enter for the pole position, and this is going to be my best racing moment in the Nations Cup. Perfect for pace 2, and I'll have to be finishing up in about 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Wait on standby and go across the penalty line. Alright folks, don't go away, I'll be right back because phase 2 will be set to be on standby, and this is how I'm about to go enter to take the first position in the head start as I'm about to go proper communication. But after all, because this will be a semi one-make race party between Porsche 919 hybrids, and even of course to have 2 Vision Gran Turismo cars like the Hyundai N 2025 and the McLaren Ultimate Vision GT. So in about 13 seconds, so I had to take a quick break. Alright, we are back and go for phase 2. Well, it turns out that I just made it on time and go for the head start in pole position in the first spot is now good to go, and for today's temperature in Interlagos is a bright and sunny day and 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. One best choice is going to have to go endurance by using with the medium compound racing tires to be set and go faster around the track in 15 laps. In about 26 seconds before the race begins. Make sure be extra careful when you're on the center S between turn 1 and 2 when I was in the first position to go for the head start. But after all, because this is where my best perfection for having a best part of the video segment is about to get in and go for the competition time to be set and raring to go. So here we go, folks. The race is about to begin right now. The 2023 series GTWS Nations Cup is about to begin. Group 1 category to have the best LMP1 showdown will be set and get ready to go super fast. So I'll have to go first to be in the first position with the UDRS in Sportec. Here's Snowman in position 2. Next up in third place, Csaurus BBR is now ready up and good to go. Chong is now entered to be in the fourth position, and here is Exile Joker in fifth place. Sixth place we have Monster Eddie is about to be ready to go, followed by Archer in seventh place. Next up in 8th place we have Oil Pressure P7M5 is now ready up and go, and here is TJ in 9th place. Renault 787B is here on the 10th position, followed by Lee 112. 12th place we have is Night Shadow is using with the TS050 hybrid along with Corvettes 13 in the 13th position. 14th place we have is Village Simulin in the Hyundai N 2025 Vision GT. Rainforest in 15th place, and LS Regal is now entered in the last position. You know, having a best part for having an LMP1 category ever since from last year from the Nations Cup for the first season. But this year is about to go faster, quicker, as I'm about to join in for having a Porsche 919 hybrid as I'm about to go for having a head start. So be ready, you guys, as I'm about to go first because Team UDRS in Sportec is about to be entered for having a head start before enter between 3 seconds. It's about to go fast, quick, and going endurance. Let's find out and get set to be rolling out for having a fifth round in this year's 2023 GTWS Nations Cup. Let's get set and go underway. Spectacular and much more thrilled to be amazed as other racers are about to go for having a crowded formation as Team UDRS in Sportec is now going faster to be in the main successful lead. The fans are cheering in and go proceed to be on the turn 4 section in entrance onto sector 2. Wow, that is so very amazing to have a very good head start to go for the main defense ever since to do a 5-minute qualifier for every 4 laps in one part of the sessions of the lobby. So here comes turn number 8, stopping in and go for hairpin number 2 at turn number 9. There we go, Team Sportec is about to make its way to have a best MPB moment and proceed to have a stopping point on to turn 10 at hairpin 3. So better get ready, folks, because other racers are going after with Team UDRS in Sportec to be proceed on to the final sector in number 3. Turn 12 is about to go entered, and here we have Csaurus BBR is about to go for the quick offense and pack up with a quick defense to have the main side-by-side formation and slipstream to be gang up with some separation before coming in on to lap number 2. Here it comes. Looks like Csaurus BBR is about to swoop in and go overtake at Team Sportec by diving down onto the center S in turn 1 by the contact. Oh, so very close. So absolutely close, and Csaurus BBR took the first position in the lead, and here comes Monster Eddie on position number 3. Looks like Team Insportec is about to get boxed in, coming forward, and looks like slightly might have to give a slow down moment out there to have third place for Team Insportec because of the interruption sound. Gonna have to keep going because this race is just gonna have to keep on going and get back onto the top 3 position to get in from the 3rd to the 1st. Seasource BBR is now currently to take the 1st position in the lead, followed by Monster 80 in 2nd, followed by Team UDRS Insportec in 3rd place. But hang on, looks like this could get much more slight interruption because the red bar is about to get much more low down to be quality respawn until get back in. So there you go, looks like it's all back to normal. This is going to get much more slightly interruption during the 5th round of this year's Nations Cup for the 2023 series, folks. Let's keep going and go for the final sector to be take turn 14 and stopping in for having a slight inside onto turn 15 to be entered to be skipped by at the pit lane. So there you go. Monster 80 just took the lap time to go faster by a minute 22.440 seconds to be entered onto the 3rd lap. Somehow, because this race is going to get much more slightly unexpected because the live stream goes on and progressively to see how Team Insportec will have to stay well defended. So going back onto turn 4 and 5, looks like the lag is about to get much more slightly interruption. Just keep going, don't get much more slowed down because this lobby is all about doing the best part and even on for having a best racing competition moment for the Group 1 category at Interlagos. Faster times and faster competition in the LMP1 category between the Toyota, Porsche, and even for only 2 Vision Gran Turismo cars is now joined in for having a best competition party moment. So here's Snowman for the fastest lap time to be took over for only a minute 22.326 seconds is now being updated as well. You can do it, Snowman, going faster and keep up the good work to have the main part of the endurance for having a main best suggestions is now currently to be having an LMP1 race car to go in and go faster to be represent for the 919 hybrid. And there goes Seasource BBR in a minute 21.494 seconds by entered in lap number 4. Now on to the last minute, here we have TJ Traub is now currently to be on the main offense to catch up to Team Insportec in about 0.9 seconds as the straightaway clear onto the Cuba du Sol by entered in sector 2, stopping on to take turn 4 and 5 to get back on the Dolago. Better make sure to catch it up and go building up with some more defense to stop at turn number 6 through 7. Very good job. Slightly to go keep building up the main effort for Team Insportec when doing the 3 hairpins to go in onto turn 8 and hairpin 2 to be at turn 9 and hold on, looks like quick recovery goes for having a drastic measures and stopping for having a slight risk to be on turn number 10 at hairpin 3. And easy in, easy out. Turn 11 cleared to go proceed onto turn 12 in sector 3 and kick up the gas to go climb up and get entered to have the final turns in 13 through the 15. So on to the last minute, Seasource BBR is now pushing away from Monster 80 and there it goes to have that bar quality is about to get much more slightly unexpected for no apparent reason. 10 more laps to go, folks. We're entered to be in the 5th lap and the bars are about to get back between the yellow and the green. Every single time because this quality environment is all about doing the best effort out there for every Gran Turismo players during the Nations Cup. But somehow, it always happens all the single time because it may be quite giving an unexpected reasons because 16 drivers are still in one piece and the bar quality is about to be sometimes to be on the red and get back between on the yellow or the green. But that's how we're just going to keep on racing to stay clean and this is going to have to do a perfect moment to be on the Take 2 segment for having a best live stream in the Nations Cup. So it's going to have to keep going and stay well defended to be in the 3rd position and here comes TJ Traub is about to get in and go quicker to have the slight decrease in about 1 second into 0.9 seconds behind. And there it goes. Kickback, we're having an all-wheel drive balance for the Porsche 919 Hybrid for Team UTRS in Sportec. Coming in, coming forward, and pack up the good acceleration to have a good direction line to be entered to be proceed at the end of the 5th lap and go for lap number 6. And here it comes, TJ Traub swoops in and go for turn 1 at the center S before coming down onto turn 2. Team in Sportec is now going down to be on the 4th position and stay on in at the top 5 position. So next up is Exile Joker in about 0.9 seconds as Team in Sportec catches up and go for turn 4 again in sector 2 in the 6th lap. Better power up because the battery power energy is going to take some time to go quick recharge, and there goes the contact for Team in Sportec to avoid it, and there it goes. Exile Joker has the opportunity to go enter in the 3rd position. So here it comes, you guys, a 3-car battle with Porsche 919 hybrids for the battle in 3rd place. Exile Joker is now currently to be well placed and go for the 3rd position for having a battle will go commence. Let's get in there and catch up on to Exile Joker to be on the 3rd position to be stopping around and get back on to sector 3. But hang on, looks like we got Archer is in the scene in about 0.60 seconds and overtakes at Team in Sportec to be dropped down onto the 6th position. So hurry up, Team in Sportec. This race is all about keeping up the best effort and try to stay focusing onto the top 5 position to be served as the best ejected. Enter lap number 7 as the battle for 4th place are now being placed to be updated, and there goes we're having a 6th place driver for Team UTRS in Sportec as 2 Porsche 919 Hybrid from position 5 and 4 driven by TJ Traub and Archer to be stopping in and get back onto turn 4 and 5 in sector 2. Time to go increase the pace and stay focusing on 2 919 race cars to have the official variation to be served as a rent specified race car. 2 of them are about to go for having a first hairpin on turn 8. Turn 9 in hairpin 2, Archer is still focusing to be hanging around and go on the ropes as TJ Traub stays on the main focus and get in and get out for having an acceleration to be on the moderation and pull the power up pace to stay on track a bit, and then going back on to sector 3 to take turn 12 again. So there we go, stable and good to be on the mid condition as the brake balance are about to be switched onto 0, and Team in Sportec is still on the chase to catch up between the 4th and 5th place driver by entering lap number 8 after finishing on lap number 7. As 2 racers, including Team in Sportec, is now going down at the center S in turn 1 and 2. Cuba del Sol is now going well proceed to be at turn 3, steady as it goes, and keep a good formation to have the straightaway onto the Reta Oposa. That's a very good line up sight, and still out there for only 16 drivers for only one part of the competition in the 5th round. But I cannot believe it how Team in Sportec is still working on it, because the main chase between the same 919 hybrids is all about just going to go and serve the best recommend competition for this debut in the Nations Cup. And hold on, looks like TJ Traub is going off the track and get back onto the surface as Archer overtakes and moves on to be in the 4th position. Very good. Looks like Team in Sportec is now going back into the 5th position to catch up onto Archer in sector 3 after finishing in sector 2. Now it'll have to go slightly focusing effort out there to have that front tires to be well checked and go quick recharge as the battery is about to be much more rechargeable to be on a quick amount of time. So lap number 8 is finished and go proceed in lap number 9. Watch yourself. Center S is clear and go for turn number 3 is going back to be proceed in about 1.6 seconds as Archer is still on the main defense as Team in Sportec goes quickly to be pacing up and go for the offense to be raced around in Interlagos. There goes turn 4. Now go for the inside on turn number 5. Going straight and heads up on turn 6 and 7. That's the ticket. Now going back onto turn 8 and 9 for the first and second hairpin to get in and break the gap to go enter in about 1.4 seconds, as Archer is almost running out of slight defense as Team Insportec catches up and get back into the main progression to have the main part of the racing ejected. Steady as it goes, and go extreme exercise caution. Team UDRS Insportec is not giving up yet and stay on to be in the 5th position before finishing on lap number 9. But in about 5 more laps to go, enter in to be on the 10th lap and keep it up and keep it go. The fans are cheering on for Team Insportec ever since when the first lap is now being served as a pole position racer is now going much more fine average and doing well to succeed to have the main progression to be currently with the same Porsche 919 hybrid to be on the first ever debut ever since for the Toyota GR010 hybrid from season 1 of the Nations Cup. But heads up, looks like this could get much more quite twisted unexpected because the penalty is about to be yet to be called in. Gotta make sure to be on the main slowdown and get back in onto turn 6 and 7. No penalty here for having a full effect on Team Insportec. Safe and cleared and going proceed. As TJ Traub is now currently to catch up onto Team Insportec from 6th place in about 0.6 seconds. Looks like he's about to go for the offense and stay on the main focus do his part of the ejected as he can go for the chance in moving on to take the 5th position in about 1 second and going back onto the 3rd sector to be finishing up onto lap number 10. But looks like onto the last minute to be well seen, Seesaws BBR is still currently to be in the 1st position after Monster Eddie and Exile Joker is now currently to have a battle for 2nd place. Here comes the 11th lap. Keep it up and keep a good watchful eye on the top 3 racers as Monster 80 and Exile Joker is now currently to have the battle for 2nd place. 2 of them in the same Porsche 919 hybrid are about to go at it during the 5th round in the Nations Cup for having a best competition moment in the all-wheel drive Group 1 category. So the quality is about to be much more stable, doing well check, and going back onto the hairpin between around in turn number 8 through 9 and stopping around to be on turn number 10. Looks like the course map is going to have to keep a good watchful eye on the surveillance. Okay, good to be clear. 2 of them has already exited out from turn 10 and going back on turn 11. So looks like Team UDRS Insportec and the Porsche 919 hybrid did a good long effort out there to be going endurance by having a medium compound racing tires, just to be served as a mandatory requirement to go to the finish line without having a 1-minute penalty. But heads up, looks like we got ourselves a company to be overtake is Renault 787B in 5th place, overtake on the right side of the track. There we go, looks like Team Insportec won't stand a chance and get back onto the 5th position. Way to have a best queue out there to master the Senna S and go for turn 3 at the Cuba du Sol to get back onto the straightaway. So very close for Renault 787B and staying down onto the 6th position. But it's not over yet because we got some 3 more laps to go remaining for the GT3 and GT2 League Gran Turismo players out there to be staying on track and go focusing to have the medium compound tires to be served as the mandatory endurance. Pushing up and going back onto the hairpin in turn 8. Going well defense for Team Insportec to stay strong and keep it up for having turn number 9 and get back in onto turn 10. But after all, because this race is going to be served as a 0-stop endurance to go for the high risk. Let's find out and see how it turns out for this competition. Is all about survival of the racing fittest. And there it goes again after clear from turn 12. Looks like Renault 787B is going at it. Looks like Team Insportec might need to get ready for a quick defense. And looks like here it comes. Looks like he's about to take the left side and go enter to be on a 13 lap. Pull the brake onto turn 1 at the center S, and Team Insportec is now going back for having a stay position in the 5th position spot. There we go. Looks like he is going stronger and doing well out there for having a most excited battle out there for the Nations Cup for the 2023 series. 2 more laps to go, and we're entered to the 13th lap. Is now stopping in and keeping up a good pressure ever since to have the fastest lap record for C-Source BBR in a minute 21.459 seconds. Looks like Renault 787B has now proven itself to become as a racing adversary. But heads up, looks like we got Exile Joker is now took the spun out and being called out for having a signal to be overtake and moving on to be in the 4th position. 4th place for Team UTRS Insportec for the Porsche 919 Hybrid is going up and stay focusing to be well placed to be served as a best racing competition for the 5th round. But it's not over yet. The front tires on the right is about to get depleted soon, so hurry up. It's all about survival. Just gonna have to keep a good watchful eye on the grip. Don't lose hope, don't lose faith, and don't lose that objective, because Team UTRS Insportec really need to have the top 5 finish to be well served and keep moving on the way. But hold on, looks like slow recovery measures as Renault 787B overtakes at the center S in turn 1 and going down clear on turn 2. Looks like Team Insportec are about to get back and go for the rematch in round 2. So here I go. Let's chase the Renault 787B to be well titled to be on the 4th position at the spot. Keep it good steady. We're almost there, folks. This race is just about to be over before moving on to take the final lap. Slow and steady as it goes, and keep that good tire pressure. Is about to get much more worn out soon. The endurance is the key, a possibility to go endless and stay stable without losing amount of grip. That's how UTRS Insportec is always going to have to keep on racing, stay clean, and survive before moving on to be finishing in the 14th lap. And here it goes. Looks like the top 3 drivers has already made it and go for the final showdown in lap number 15. Archer is now currently to be updated to be well placed in the 3rd position as catching up onto Monster 80, followed by C-Source BBR is still actually did a good run out there to be in the 1st position, and here it comes. 2 other racers down onto the center S onto turn 1 and 2 for Team Insportec, and here comes Elite Joker is now coming in about 0.1 seconds behind the gap and keep up the good defense before coming back on to sector 2 for the 15th lap. And here comes the contact. Looks like Exile Joker. Oh, there it goes. Looks like Exile Joker just took a slam out at Team Insportec. It looks like he's still in one piece because of the rear left tire just really took a hit by a contact. So very close and very absolutely close to be indeed. But here it comes. Looks like C-Source BBR is about to take home the podium, you guys. Final stretch. And here comes the final sector for C-Source BBR. Will be pronounced the winner of this year's Nations Cup in round 5 for the 2023 GTWS Nations Cup. And here it comes. Looks like he has done it. C-Source BBR wins the race in round 5 at Autodromo de Interlagos for the Group 1 category. Now that is a very good Porsche 919 competition for the win. C-Source BBR wins the race at Interlagos. How pretty excited and much more thrilled to be impressed. Awesome, very awesome, and that was so very far close to be at it. Great race, you guys. Awesome race and good job out there to be well placed to be served as a 6th position for Team Insportec. This replay and a very good best time ever out there to be placed for today's highlights for the competition. That's how having a best total time by over 20 minutes 41.057 seconds for C-Source BBR did a good run out there for having a best time to be currently using with the Porsche 919 Hybrid. Now that's a Group 1 competition, you guys. Now that's a good competition for having a best rolling moment out there to have a good achievement for having a best racing of the game. Great job for Monster 80, did well on second, and for Archer, did a good job to be in the third position using with the same 919 Hybrid. Anybody else? Did a good job out there, and even to have some Vision GT Group 1 cars, and even of course to have the TS050 Hybrid. Pole position is now being placed, and there you go, folks. That's how take 2 of the live stream segment is all about, doing the best matter, best pick, and go faster with a strong Porsche 919 Hybrid. But after all, very good strong LMP1 category ever since from Gran Turismo Sport, and from the last season for the GTWS. So best replay is now being served to be saved, and very good thumbnail image to have myself to be in the first position. What an incredible 1-3 finish to have the 919 Hybrid for round 5 for the Nations Cup in the 2023 Gran Turismo World Series. C-Source BBR is now being pronounced the winner that has one best comeback to have 90 points to be up in total. But very good job for Monster 80, and Archer did a good run out there, so just going to give a good crowd congratulations for C-Source BBR for the win. A great honorable race, and well proven up to be having a best effort out there for only 6 times of tire wear and 1 time of refuel without any mandatory requirement. So good race, you guys, good race, and that's how a stunning excellent outcome performance in round 5 as we're about to go moving on in round 6 before at the end of the month. So I can't say because it was a good fun out there for having a best live stream video on take 2 for the Nations Cup. But anyway, because 5th place, I just did a good run out there without having some slight problems because of my mental condition is having a slightly loss of speech. Well anyway, because take 2 of the live stream video is now being set and complete before moving on in round 6 at the end of the May before moving on in June for the Manufacturers Cup. Well, I can't say because this is going to be quite very well to be amazed. You're very welcome, C-Source BBR. You did a good job out there to overtake my current position and go down to have the 6th position. Just to be adding up, and additionally, so looks like that's game, you guys. And that's how one best racing moment and being well placed from the 5th to the 6th is now currently to have the points earned to go exactly in over 200. So looks like time to wrap this up before at the end of the live stream. So looks like I still got enough time to have some Group 1 cars to be served as a Michelin tire sticker to go with the hobby. But after all, because I'm always doing a lot of good interest to have cars with Michelin tire stickers to be official for the 2023 GTWS is now currently to be in the same season ever since from the FIA Gran Turismo Championship from Gran Turismo Sport. But in the meantime, I'll have to make sure and keep a good watchable eye for the May 2023 update before at the end of the month and go earlier in the month of June. So thank you for enjoying watching the live stream video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continue on in round 6 of the 2023 series GTWS Nations Cup on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video and see it again to be served as an encore content picked. Keep on racing, stay clean.